lovelies. I hope you're all doing really well, and welcome to today's video. Now, it is that time of the month again where it is favourites time, and so I'll just be running you through my January favourites. I didn't really have that many last month. I didn't really switch up too much, but I've got a few bits, so yeah, I will just start running through them for you. And the first thing that I'm going to show you isn't actually a makeup item, everything else is, well, apart from one other thing, but I'm going to show you this, and this is the Cursed Child by J.K. Rowling, and I love it. I started reading it at the end of January. I'm still obviously reading it now, but it's really cool. I've never, apart from like for GCSE, I've never really read a book that's set out as a play or written as a play, so that's quite interesting. Obviously, when I was at school and doing Shakespeare and all of that sort of stuff, we obviously read books as plays, and back then it was really boring because it wasn't really interesting. But if I had read this in that format when I was at school, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But yeah, so this has been definitely one of my big favourites. I really love it. And now I'm just going to talk about the second thing. I don't actually have to show you, but in January, me and my partner started watching Doctor Who on Netflix, and I always loved Doctor Who as a child. So I thought, bugger it, I'm going to start watching it again, and so we've watched it. We're now on to Matt Smith, I think season 6, maybe, on Netflix, and I really enjoy it. I absolutely love it, and it's so good. The only thing that really upset me was when David Tennant left, because David Tennant is gorgeous and amazing. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, Doctor Who has been a big one for our favourites, and yeah, so yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the actual makeup stuff, which is obviously a lot more interesting. And the first thing that I want to mention is this, and this is the Revlon Airbrush Effect Foundation. I've been using this an awful lot in the month of January. I picked it up just before Christmas, but I've been using it a lot. It has a really beautiful finish. It applies really nicely. It's got a really good shade range. It's good price. It doesn't flake. It doesn't like patch off over the day, so it lasts really well. And it's just a beautiful product. I will obviously link everything down below for you guys to find it. So yeah. Okay, next up is something that I only picked up about a week ago, and I've been wearing it a lot since. And this is the Avon Nail Wear Pro. This is a nail varnish. This is in the shade Romance. It's what I have on my nails right now. And it's a really beautiful kind of sheer iridescent pinky colour. It's really beautiful, and I really like it. It's nice to put on the nails just to add something to them without like being like bright red nail varnish or whatever, but I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. It's a really good price as well. I think these are about £7 or something, so personally I think that's quite good quality, or quite a good price for the quality. And I have another nail varnish here, and this is another one that I've been wearing so much, and this is a Collection 7-Day Wear nail polish. I really like these nail polishes. One, they're small. Two, they're really easy to like travel with. They're beautiful to apply. They have an awesome shade range. This is the shade Heather, and it's just like a pale purple, almost grey, like a purpley grey, and it's a beautiful colour. I absolutely love it, and I would definitely recommend those nail polishes to anybody because they're really nice quality polishes. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is this, and this is the Collection Eyes Uncovered palette in the colours Nude Rose, the Nude Rose palette. And it just looks like that. These are really nice palettes because they're very compact, they're very small, you can travel with them. The only thing I don't like about these is that these are all shimmers, so you can't really create a full look with them. You need something else for like the matte in the crease, but this was $2.99 in Boots, and I would definitely recommend this. I've already done a video doing a look with this, so I will link that down below if you want to have a look at it. Sorry, I've got a really bad cough. I absolutely love these colours. The way it applies is absolutely beautiful. It's very true to pan, which is quite impressive. They blend beautifully. They apply really nicely. They last really well. I think they have 4 or 5 of these, and I can't wait to try some more out, so they're absolutely beautiful. Next up, I have another eyeshadow, and this is one by Almay. I've had this for a while, but it's only recently I've really been starting to wear it. It's one of their softy eyeshadows. I love the packaging, it's so cute. So it's like a little comma, and it clicks shut and open like that, so it's nice and secure. It's actually quite solid, decent packaging, which is really nice. And this is in the colour Peach Fuzz, I believe. Yeah, Peach Fuzz, and it's a beautiful, just peachy colour, and it's really nice to I've got it on today just to just wash it over the eyelid to give a little bit of something. It's really, really pretty. Again, it blends really nicely, isn't too pigmented, so that's quite nice. You can just do like a wash. If you want to build it up, you can, and it does build well, but like initially it's not very pigmented, but it's an absolutely beautiful shadow, and I would definitely recommend these. Okay, next up is I have here my highlighter that I've been using. It's sort of my highlighter of the month, and I picked this up just after Christmas in the January sales. I think it was £3, and it's a Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter, and this is in the shade Peach Lights. It's absolutely beautiful. It's not ridiculously pigmented, and I don't like very, very, very pigmented highlighters. I prefer them to be more subtle and more natural looking. So obviously if you are into more like blinding highlights, this probably won't be for you, but personally I really, really love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful, slightly, well, yeah, peachy shade, and it's perfect for my skin tone. So if you have skin tone similar to mine, which is quite fair, then I would recommend this. I can't use like gold highlighters because my skin's just far too light, and it's just the wrong sort of undertones and things. But this one is absolutely perfect for me. Again, it's only £3 in Superdrug, so it's amazing. It's really, really good. It's nice to apply. It's really smooth. It applies beautifully. It lasts quite well. It doesn't last all day, but it lasts quite well for a powder highlighter. And yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Okay, now as you probably know from watching my videos, I chop and change through my mascaras like there's nobody's business. I normally have a new mascara every month. So I've gone back to one of my oldies but a goodies, and it's the Benefit Roller Lash. I absolutely love this mascara. I have it on now. I have long eyelashes. I have long eyelashes, but they're fine and they're actually quite straight. And with this, obviously, I can get a little bit more volume and a little bit of curl. Which is why I love this one so much, because I really don't need lengthening mascaras because I already have very long eyelashes, but I need something to add a little bit of volume and a bit of curl, and that's exactly what this does. I mean, yes, it is an expensive product, it is an expensive mascara, however, I personally think it's worth it. I personally think that it is possibly one of the best mascaras that Benefit has brought out, and I have used others. I've used their real mascara, but this one is probably definitely my favourite, just because of how it applies to the lashes, and you know what it can do for the lashes. It has a really nice, very flexible but very simple wand, which does absolute wonders for my eyelashes. Okay, so next up is the brow pencil that I've been loving and just raving about. I got this for Christmas off my partner. He actually did a really, really good job with the shade. This is the shade Ash Brown, and it is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil. So this is what it looks like with the lid on. It actually does look like a weapon. It's actually quite terrifying. It's got this massive pointed end. So yeah, you just twist it up, and it's a slanted triangular eye pencil, and this, yeah, like I said, this is in the shade Ash Brown. It doesn't actually it's very, very precise, so you can get, like, if you put it on its flat, you can get like quite a thick thing, but if you do it like, I mean, look at that, if you do it on its point, it is exceptionally precise, and it does a really, really good job of creating hair, or creating the image of hair, as long as you're quite careful with it. And on the other end you have a spoolie. This makes my eyebrows feel and look amazing. I absolutely love it. This is all I use in my eyebrows at the moment. You can create a really good gradient. You can create a really good looking eyebrow with this. It's a really good, I think it's a really good price for the quality of the product. I think this is about £8 or £9. And it's such a fantastic quality product that I would just recommend this to anybody. It's awesome. It does come, I think, in like 4 shades, and it actually has a redhead shade, which is not something I see that often. So if you are a redhead, I would definitely give it a shot. I don't know what the colour's like, but I would definitely give it a go. And next up is my liquid eyeliner that I've been using all month, and it is the Eyeko Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in black. This is a lovely eyeliner. It's small, it's compact, you can take it anywhere. It's got a soft felt nib, and as you can see, it's a very black liner, so it's very, very pigmented, doesn't smudge, lasts really well. It's very easy to just sort of slick onto the eye if you want to create a wing, and it remains very black as well. It doesn't sort of like fade down to that weird grey patchiness, so it doesn't patch. You can go over it and it's absolutely fine, not a problem. The only thing I will say is it will disappear in this little corner of your bit of your eye here, so just like be wary of that if you're doing a wing with it. Otherwise, it's so easy to use. You can create a thick line, you can create a thin line. It's a really, really lovely product. It isn't that cheap, but personally, again, I think it's worth it. And I have 2 more products, and one of them is actually not makeup. I thought it was, but it's not, because I didn't pay attention properly. So the last makeup item is this, and this is a Marcel eyeliner, and this is in the shade Dark Charcoal, so it's not black. It's this one here. It's sort of like a really dark grey, looks almost black. So I wear this if I want to wear like a little bit of liner in my lash line, or my tight line, or my waterline, or whatever. I will wear this if I want a little bit of something, but I don't want harsh black liner, and this really, really works. I am not a eyeliner wearer, like a pencil liner wearer, because it doesn't stay on my eye very well. Whether that be on the top or the bottom, it just does not stay on my eye. I don't know why. But this one does. Now, like I said, it just doesn't stay on my eye. And before you say I'm using rubbish products, I'm not. I've used MAC, I've used Dior, I've used any kind of pencil you can imagine, and they don't stay on my eye. I've also gone the other way and thought, well, maybe a drugstore product will work. No, this is the only one I found that works, and it's awesome. It's really smooth, really soft, applies really nicely. Again, it's really small and compact, so you can take it places without it taking up too much room. And yeah, I think these are about £8. I'm not sure, but again, I'll link it down below for you anyway. And finally, the last little thing is actually a pen. I didn't realise it was down there. But this is my pen from the Circus of Horrors, and I went to the Circus of Horrors back in November. It's where my partner proposed to me. He got one of the performers to hold out the ring and get down on one knee while he asked me. It was very, very lovely, and he bought me this as a little memento. I've actually got a tote bag with it as well, but he bought me this as a little memento. It's just a Circus of Horrors pen. It's got a skull with a rose next to it on the top. It's actually quite heavy. It can be quite tricky to use, but I absolutely love this pen. I sort of didn't use it for a little while because it fell on the back of the sofa, but we recently found it, so I've been using it again a lot, and I love it. So yeah, that is the end of my January favourites. Please let me know down in the description box if you guys had any particular favourites for January, because I'd love to hear them. I will link obviously all products mentioned down below, and I will also link down all of the other places you can find me, all my other medias, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, my blog, etc. And yeah, I really, really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did, and press the big red subscribe button to see some more of me. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye bye.